What is up, team? 2 days in a row that I know the songs. This is rare. So hello, everyone. Welcome to the Unblinded Huddle, the #1 place to start your day, the daily dose of integrity-based human influence. My name's Fernando, and what are we doing here? We're having fun. What are we creating? Fun, simple, and magical, micro distinctions and frictionlessness that free exponential abundance and your money, time, and magic. And said even simpler, I love these words that Sean said, and I'm probably going to butcher them because I haven't memorized them yet. What do we really do here? We focus on small inputs that create large outputs. Like, that's it. That's what we do. We do micro things that create exponential results. And every single day here on the Huddle, that's what we do, like, in the world. On the Huddle, like, this is the starting point. This is the dugout. This is like right before you walk out to the gate on the field. Like, we are cheering, like pre-COVID times. We have our arms around each other. We're swaying left and right. We got Ray Lewis in the middle screaming. And every time I use sports analogies, I laugh because I am not the sports person, but Sean has conditioned me on these analogies. So I have a lot of sports, and I hope it lands for everyone. Said differently, like, we are here and we are in like the kickball game, and we are cheering ourselves on as we're going to have some fun. That's what we do here. And for everyone that is new, welcome. Thank you for being here, for setting the time. Your time is such a valuable resource, and we take it really seriously. And we also thank the person that invited you, because whoever invited you here sees something in you, whether it sees their future, sees greatness, sees something, and that's why you're here. And for everyone that has been consistent, diligent in support of this movement, I so honor you. I love jumping into our 8 a.m. calls where we're sharing microphones, we're supporting each other. Thank you, everyone, for being so diligent in the chat, communicating, connecting. Remember, everyone, this is an opportunity not only to receive. This time together is a beautiful opportunity to give. It's to give to someone. We had a beautiful experience with Donna a few weeks ago, maybe even a month now, where, like, she shared and she felt, not heard or seen. Because there wasn't a comment that was responded. All this is public. She spoke about it on the Huddle. The only reason I'm talking about it, the reason why I share is you have no idea, or maybe you do, how saying great job, hey, Ben, nice to see you, love that, whatever, Amy, that can really make such a beautiful impact on someone's day. And it's the little things. We spoke about micro distinction. It's the little things. It's an emoji. It's a heart. It's a like. It's just one sentence. These are the things that make a lasting difference. And ask yourself, does it not feel nice when someone says something nice to you, or when someone acknowledges or validates something you say? It feels amazing. And a rewiring, as we spoke about on our 7:30 team call with Adam, as he's rewiring the way he views cleanliness and other things, and just a very funny conversation. It is like the rewiring that giving validation and acknowledgement, literally, maybe like I'm weird, feels even better than receiving it. And like, that's what's possible. So Sean, I hear some ruffles, and I'm looking at the screen. It is you, sir. So what is happening? It's Why Wednesday, and how's your heart?
Yeah, good morning. My heart is full of empathy and full of desire for acceleration for everyone. So many traffic. So thank you, Fernando. Awesome job, and acknowledgement to you for, my goodness, this is probably Huddle number 200 something. So we should get better optics on that. And you have been a part of 99% of them and doing an outstanding job of giving and contributing. So thank you for that.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So picking up on yesterday's conversation about growth mindset, the feedback I'm receiving, and we always step into some feedback, is, hey, easy for you, and you make it sound like this is so easy. And so I want to first connect and say, if I'm making it sound to you like this is easier, and it's anything is discouraging, if you're in a place of desiring to accelerate, my heart to yours, everything I say in these huddles is designed, or my intent is designed to be supportive and helpful. So let's rewire one piece together. And the rewiring of that one piece together is, that every single one of us here, we've all we've done things that were once hard and then they became easy. So most of you, perhaps not the visually impaired folks that are on the line and some others, couldn't drive a car and then you could. Like, and can we all remember the first time we sat behind the wheel of a car? It was like exciting. And oh my goodness, for many of us, it was scary and overwhelming. And there was the chunking of so many different things, the dividing up, the counting of things. That's what I mean by chunking, of so many different things to do. Did you sit in that car and think, wait, which pedal, the brake, the gas, got to turn the key. Then I got to look and there's a blinker. How do I touch that and steer? Where are my hands positioned? Where do I look? Cars and people and bicycles. So there's a lot of things. Now, most of you that drive, I've lost that opportunity to drive. I miss it. So congratulations, and hopefully connecting with your gratitude that you can drive, can see, can hear. Amazing. Can physically do it. And as you do it now, you arrive, most likely, many of you, at places where you have no idea how you got there. There's an absence of even recalling the process of driving. And so when we discuss the fact that it's easy, it's predictably going to give you what we're sharing is it's predictably going to give you the outcomes you desire if you are finding ways to be consistent, as we share them here. And one of those is to have fun doing it. And all the other self-mastery dynamics we teach, which in the beginning are also going to be overwhelming and confusing. And the pathway to making everything about the formula, just like driving, walking, which you may not remember, but riding a bicycle, which most of you would remember, or any other thing that you did that once seemed challenging, the formula operates the same exact way. That this is just, like riding a bicycle, you do it a certain way, driving a car, the same thing with the formula for creating the acceleration and money, time, and magic you seek. And yeah, we talk about that there's the 3 stages, just like riding a bike and just like driving a car. There's the arduous, then the momentum, then the abundance. Those 3 stages. Arduous is massive action, stress, feeling of no progress, overwhelm, desire to quit, totally normal and valid. Then momentum is where we begin to have a commensurate. The early momentum is like an equal return. Like, oh wow, I'm doing X and I'm getting back X. I'm doing 10, I'm getting back 10. And I feel it, I see it, I hear it. And then we move into momentum where we start to get more and more and more in return. And that's all this is. So what I would ask you as a quick question this Why Wednesday is what else? And please share it in the chat. What else have you done? What else have you done that once seemed hard and you're so proud that now it seems easy and flowing and magical? Like maybe not even magical yet. It's just flowing. Like it was hard. Now it's easy. Like maybe using your iPhone. Maybe it was learning a martial art or a skill or a sport. Maybe it was speaking a foreign language. And I'm confident. So what are some of those things for you personally and professionally? What was it like when some of you might be old enough, maybe a few of you, to remember when you didn't have computers and you were typing on typewriters and had to learn to use a computer? What was that journey and that transition like for you? For my mom, it was like, there's no way, this is never going to happen. I'm not learning this. And now she, at 74, has fun and works on a computer and does cell phones and has a greater technology skill than many people I know, right? So what are those things for you? What about your sales, your money, your marketing, which once seemed impossible, not to achieve, but to learn to achieve? what learning has occurred. So Fernando, how about for yourself? Anything in the chat? And then for you, what was once seeming like I cannot learn to do this, and then you did? And it was like hard and overwhelming and painful and scary. You want to quit. And then all of a sudden, learning was present. Like, oh my God. So please.
No, what I'm being called to share is I remember being, 17 and working events, having this like desire to be around people. At the time, being very shy, timid, not like outspoken or extroverted in any way, shape, or form, and viewing someone on a microphone, a host, a master of ceremonies, and being utterly mind blown by this person's capability. And I remember thinking, man, like they must have practiced, like I'll never get there. There's no way I'll be able to communicate that effectively. And it was petrifying, the idea of being in front of people and like sharing. That was, utterly almost impossible at certain points. And obviously, you see me and you've met me now in this stage in my life, 11 years later, and it's totally not the case. And when I'm hearing like Sean, you share about, oh, you make it sound simple, the formula, all these things, like here's my truth. And I share that first story to share this one. The formula's never felt hard for me. It's never felt overwhelming. Has, reaching expectation, hitting results, reaching numbers, has that felt overwhelming? Yeah. Am I like scared of not producing enough? And is that overwhelming? Yeah. Has learning the formula felt overwhelming? No. And that is 100% factual. So like I guess the neuroassociation that I'm dividing live is that it's not difficult to learn the formula and do what we're doing. What's difficult is getting through the self-mastery of, can I really apply it? Because I believe it works. I believe Sean's the person that can teach it to me. But what's scary is, am I the person to do it?
But for you, right? For some people, it seems incredibly overwhelming. I'm sure. So, right, receive that. And so I agree with you that the second point is present. And so for today, I just want to focus on acknowledging and honoring that feeling for people. And for people who are really advanced and feeling like what will be hard or overwhelming for them, or in the middle somewhere, is their next breakthrough. Like we can all get to a place where we can feel like the next breakthrough is just like, oh my God, overwhelming. And I can't. And what our outcome for this Why Wednesday is to put into place that for all of us, we can. And hearkening back to yesterday and Dr. Dweck's work in the growth versus fixed mindset is our staying in our growth mindset is the portal to our self-mastery over our learning and acceleration in the formula to get to the money, time, and magic we want. So it looks a little bit like this, right? For those that are more visual, right? This is a line of time, right? There's time. And let's say that this next line is going to be our mastery of the formula in terms of learning it and applying it, right? And it might look something, it's gonna be hard for me to duplicate, but in the beginning, it's gonna like stay right on that line, right? And then it's gonna begin to inch up and inch up and inch up and inch up. And this is the progression, I'll draw a line down now. This is the progression from arduous to early momentum to more momentum into abundance. And what sits in this space, if I'm drawing that correctly, these are outcomes. So this massive spiking is this mass, right, is our outcomes. So difficult, no outcomes, no outcomes, no outcomes, no outcomes, no outcomes, a little bit outcome, a little bit outcome, a little bit of massive outcome in money, time, and magic. So this is what it looks like. So for some of you, you're sitting in here. For some of you, my goodness, you're off the board over here. And for some of you, you're back here. And all this is This is the exact same curve of your driving, right? There was like time and stress, and then all of a sudden it's like, and you may say like driving was easier than that. Okay. But it still followed a curve. Maybe the time was shorter to where it was just massive, abundant outcome. Like I could drive anywhere. It's easy and fun. I listen to the radio, talk to my friends, right? The expansion of the effort to put in to get the result became less and less effort to get more and more result, less and less effort to get more and more result, less and less effort to get more and more and more result. That's what this curve represents. Over time, less and less effort to get more financial abundance, less and less effort to get more money, less and less effort for you to gain more magic, right? Less and less effort for you to have people want to follow your leadership, less and less effort for you to feel the depth of connection in people, emotional rapport, less and less effort to have people receive your heroic, unique identity, the amazing characteristics inside of you, less and less effort for people to say yes and see the truth of what you're seeking agreement formation. That's all this all is, right? That's all this all is. So Fernando, any final on that for today?
Nothing to add, Sean. Thank you.
Okay. Any comments in the chat? Anything you want to share?
Let me peep over the chat. The chat is popping. Beautiful song. Sean, I love it. The beauty of exponential curve. Richard, thank you. We have learning to use technology, emails, iPhone, and recently MacBook. We have Charlie. What's difficult?
So great. So that was somebody who's that? Who's sharing that, Fernando?
That was my apologies if I'm going to say this incorrectly. Adrena Adams.
Adrena, that's exactly what we're talking about. Thank you. So those are things that you created acceleration in that seemed overwhelming, seemed super difficult. And now there's like simplicity and mastery, or you're in the process of it, what we're talking about. Fernando? Are you there, Fernando?
Yes, sorry, I accidentally muted. What was that, Sean?
So he's saying that's exactly what we're talking about. Anybody else? Please keep going.
Let's keep looking. Rosa says, very practical. I'm just going to scroll up here and just choose. We have Charlie, what's difficult, or at least my brain tells me so, is sticking to it. Ruth, being told I couldn't sing in middle school to knowing I was just shy and committed to work hard on my voice.
So let's speak into Charlie for a second. No doubt, Charlie, acknowledged fully. And this is where on Why Wednesday, we connect to our self-mastery dynamic and your opportunity, Charlie, and everybody is to sit in the space and realize that it's totally cool. You have a choice. You have a choice to seek making progress towards exponential abundance. And is it acceptable to you? And there's no judgment. There is no judgment. There are many people you love, you care about in your life. You're not judging them for not reaching stages of exponential abundance in their money, time, and magic. It's totally cool. It's fine. Like exhale. It's simply a question of this is who I am and what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have fun doing it. And that's where we find the fun and the magic. I offer that opportunity because it's not fun and magical, and not in every moment, right? Like you may have had moments in driving when you're losing your mind. You may have had moments in learning the MacBook, right? You losing your mind. You may have had moments in learning to sing in middle school, Ruth, where you're losing your mind and frustrated and feeling of embarrassment, making up stories, all of it. Empathy, fully present. It's the choice. Because for every one of you, the outcome with consistency is assured. Like what's in this curve might be $1 million income. It might be a $10 million income. It might be $110,000 income that you never thought you could have, or $700,000 income you never thought you could have. It might be maintaining a $400,000 income that you can work 10 hours a week maintaining and take off 4 months a year. That's what's in this space for you. And it's your choice. It's a beautiful choice. And nobody says you have to. There is options are everywhere. And the freeing of that and connecting to your why is an unbelievable place to realize that you have absolute choice. And you're loved. And you love yourself regardless. So thank you for that vulnerability, Charlie. And so we're going to wrap it from there for today as we seek to have this be 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Great way to start your day. Love everybody. We're going to vary every day, continuing to optimize, keep the feedback coming of how can we serve you more. We can't serve everybody's individual needs perfectly, but the outcome is to service your money, time, and magic with simple, fun, and magical micro distinctions and frictionlessness that free your exponential abundance and your money, time, and magic. Sub outcome, freeing that exponential abundance through simple, fun, and magical micro distinction and frictionlessness that free your mastery of the formula. Have a beautiful and amazing Why Wednesday. And here's to your loving everybody you encounter unconditionally with boundaries, including yourself. Have a beautiful day.